Hello everybody, I'm Alex the Hunted, and okay, I want to tell you guys something. Every year I have a rule that I will only walk out of one movie. I can only walk out of one movie every single year. And I was so close to doing it other times with like movie 43, and I actually didn't go see The Host, but I was actually saving. I didn't actually walk out of movie 43 because I was going to save it, because I was thinking I'm going to have to go see The Host and it's going to be absolutely shit. And so I'll just walk out of that. I didn't go see The Host, thank God, but I did go see Scary Movie 5, and I used up my one walkout. We're only in April and I've already used it. Just wow. I thought movie 43 was bad, but my God, this was one of the most frustrating and angering experiences I've ever had in a movie theatre. I mean, Jesus, this movie was appalling. This was one of the most unfunny examples of everything that is wrong with modern comedy films right now. Because just all the jokes, not one joke was funny, but the entire audience I was sat with were laughing their fucking ass off. And none of these jokes worked. And actually, all the jokes have been used before and we've seen before and have all been done way better. So, Scary Movie 5 is another one of those spoof movies, that spoof films that came out about. Yeah, actually no. It does usually the first. Well, actually, I'll put it. The first two Scary Movie films I actually liked. I actually liked the first two Scary Movie films. I mean, they're not one of my most favourite comedies, but I actually, I enjoyed them. Scary Movie 3 and 4, they weren't bad comedies, but they weren't good comedies. This is just that. There was no effort put in this movie. There is no effort put in this movie. It is they are just, like I said with the jokes, if you're going to do a spoof parody movie, and like, you've got to have a main spoof, like Aeroplane and Naked Gun. They were, Aeroplane, it's been a while since I've seen it, but they parodied most of the recent films, and Naked Gun was basically a parody of the James Bond and the cop, on the cop films. And they all worked because when they did the spoof, and when they did those comedy sections, the jokes had context in the movie. The spoofs had context and were built up. They weren't just like Scary Movie 5 is where we go, oh look, we're spoofing this movie. Get the joke. That's because it's funny, because we're spoofing this movie. No. Oh God, this movie was okay. Yeah, I said how usually spoof movies parody films that came out, last year or this year. This movie parodies Inception and Black Swan. Those movies came out 3 years ago. No, people have moved on. It's also with at the start we have Charlie Sheen and Lindsay Lohan, and they do all the jokes the very old and tired jokes about Charlie Sheen and Lindsay Lohan, because they still think the people who wrote this film still think we're fucking idiots and still find these jokes funny. Most intelligent people who watch comedies have moved on from these jokes 5 minutes after they were told, because yes, they were funny the first time, but if you keep on beating it into the ground, it doesn't get funny. And this movie beats so many jokes into the ground. It is infuriating. Every time they set up something, it's like, oh, this could be funny. They just keep on going with it until eventually you're just going, move on. Just stop. It's not funny anymore. And actually, when I say it's parodying recent films, it's parodying a film that hasn't even come out in the UK yet. The Evil Dead there is a parody of the Evil Dead remake in this movie. Now, You could say they are parodying the original Evil Dead, but it's more. From what I've seen, they've actually been parodying the remake, and that only came out about a week ago in America. And if you told me that this film was still being made a week before its release, I would believe you. And like I said, this movie isn't even out. Evil Dead isn't even out in the UK yet. So how the hell are we supposed to get the joke? They also parody Medea. I haven't seen any of these movies, but I've seen like Cinema Snob and all those, and the Spills guy just tell you how shit those movies are. And like I said, we don't get Medea movies in the UK. Again, how are we supposed to get the joke? And all these pop cultural references, what makes stuff like Aeroplane, Naked Gun, all those kind of spoof movies still hold up today was because they didn't do all these pop culture references, because pop culture references severely date your movie. So in about 3 or 4 years' time, when these things aren't popular anymore, people won't get these jokes anymore. God, I honestly hated this movie as much as I hated Jack and Jill. And I didn't walk out of Jack and Jill because by that time I had already used up my one walkout. Oh God. God, this movie was... And my audience, this movie, the audience I got was clearly the appeal. Got the right audience when I went to go see it, because it's for those dumbass teenagers in their early 20s, late teens, who still haven't grown up, who find piss and sex and poop jokes hilarious, who haven't grown up yet. This is what this movie is. These are the people who still see these comedies. That's why they still do reasonably well, and that's why they don't even try with comedy films like this anymore. And this is why film comedy is in such a poor state at the moment, because of dumbasses like this that executive thinks is the main audience, the main people who that's what main people want from comedies these days. That's not the general audience. This movie is appalling. And it was the audience more, actually no, yeah, it was both the audience of the film, was where I just went, I think it was just after the hour mark, this movie, well, I'm done, and I walked out. I just walked out of this cinema because, God, this movie. So, exactly, I can't exactly give a full review on this film because I didn't see all of it, and all you people are going to be going, who support this film, going, well, how can you judge it? You haven't seen the whole film. Really? You're going to try and defend this film? Don't go see Scary Movie 5, alright? Just don't go see it. God damn this movie. Look, this might be one of the worst. This is probably definitely in my top 10 worst comedies I have ever seen. I am just... God, I hated this movie. Scary Movie 5. It's a piece of shit. Don't go see it. I'm Alex the Hunted. Just don't go see Scary Movie 5. Spend your $10 or your 10 quid on something more. Donate to a charity. Or, buy a pre-owned game. Anything. Just don't spend it on Scary Movie 5.